Hey everybody, this is Greg with Medical Muscle. Since starting medical school, I have noticed that being able to focus and have good productivity has always been a challenge. It's probably a challenge for you too. So over the years, I've kind of learned some techniques to help me be the best student that I could be. And interestingly, some of the things that I do that I thought were weird, other medical students who have done very well also do. So I can break it down into 5 points, all right? So number 1, when I'm trying to study, I limit all distractions, especially the ones that are addictive. What do I mean? So like any social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Reddit, or video games. That could be addictive for you too, and very distracting. So I limit those things by deleting them off my phone, and I have them deleted off my computer. Now, you don't have to go that extreme. You could get a focus app that blocks your ability to get onto those things. And I also use one of those on my computer. But for me, just deleting them off, not deleting the account, but deleting the app so that I can't easily scroll for hours on end and get sucked into something is limited. I just can't. Okay? So that's number 1. Limit those distractions. Number 2 is go to a nice, boring study environment that's designated only for studying. Okay? So what do I mean? Get out of your house. Get out of your house. It's comfortable to be in your house. You have maybe a nice bed or a nice sofa that you like to sit at. But I think there's a cognitive thing. When you're sitting in an environment that you usually do other things like fun things, it's easy to just go do those fun things. So what I found is I go to like libraries, coffee shops, when I'm on a plane. That's a boring situation, but it's a great place to get a lot of studying done. Wow, I love plane flights when I have a lot of studying to do. So, it's nice to have that environment because what I know is that the second I walk through those doors of the library, it's time to work, baby. So it's an environment that I've made in my head that's where I'm going to get all my work done. So when I'm outside of there, I'm good. When I get home, I can mess around. But when I go into my study environment, I'm working, okay? And I think that's really important for a lot of people to create that separation of work and like home life, right? Your work life and your like leisure life. Separate those two, separate the environments. It's a good thing to have, okay? All right, that's number 2. Number 3 is the biological part. You gotta set yourself up for success by making sure that you're sleeping enough, make sure that you had a good breakfast, make sure you have coffee. I don't understand people who don't use caffeine to study. Quit it. So if you can't do coffee, you can do tea, okay? But caffeine has been shown to, help with, focus and, all that stuff. Now, if you're really caffeine intolerant, maybe not, but definitely, drink your coffee when you have to study. That also means you don't have to really drink a lot of coffee early in the day. I only drink coffee when I'm studying, okay? Little trick. I also chew gum. I found that chewing gum is really helpful. It keeps me just, focused. I can't really fall asleep chewing gum. I guess you can, but. And when I'm in those other environments like a library or a coffee shop or wherever, I always have earphones. I like to block out the noise, usually listening to some light music that I enjoy so that I can just get my work done and enjoy it. All right. Now, number 4 is make a reward for studying, right? So for me, I love rock climbing. I could rock climb every single day of the week. I could rock climb multiple days a week. I think I would hurt myself I would injure myself for sure because I love rock climbing that much. Your thing might be watching TV or scrolling on Instagram. Like that's your absolute hobby. That's fine, okay? Or video games, whatever you love to do it. I'm not saying not to do it, but make it the reward for studying nonstop without that thing, okay? So I'll study 6 hours. I know that I need to get to a certain time and I need to just keep working. And then once I'm done, bam, I get to go to the gym. Okay? Or on the weekends, like, hey, I can go do this thing if I get all my work done in the middle of the week and I don't have to do any studying on the weekends. That's like my reward to myself is like, hey, mentally, I'm like, you don't need to study on the weekends because you did enough work during the weekdays. Okay? Being nice to myself. All right, that's number 4. And number 5. Number 5, this is like a psychological thing. Psychological thing. Tell yourself, even if you don't think it, even if you absolutely hate it, you got to tell yourself that you love to study. You are so interested in what you're learning that it's more entertaining than going on your favorite social media app or watching a movie or TV, whatever. Like sitting there and looking at like metabolic disorders is the coolest thing ever. You have to make it fun. You have to make it, you have to be like, you have to enjoy it. And it's really in here, honestly. You just convince yourself that you're enjoying it, and you'll see that you know, your mentality will change. Let me just help you. Hey, medicine is interesting, okay? These genetic conditions are weird. Some of the things are kind of shocking to see, and it's interesting. You know, people have these things, and it's up to you to find, like, you know, the treatment for them, all right? It's up to you to be the best doctor possible. And for you to do that, you need to score high on these tests so that you know when this patient comes in, you're like, oh yeah, I remember this on a test question. Whoa, that's what's going on. And you catch something important, okay? That's happened to me multiple times since I've started clinicals, and boy, does it help, okay? Okay, so people who say that high test scores doesn't help you in real life, that's BS. Sometimes it does. All right, sometimes. All right, so I hope that was an informative video to you guys. I hope that you guys can use these tricks and be the best student that you possibly could be. All right, kick butt, guys.